welcome back to the Morning Brew with Larry Aarons. I'm Erin, your host, and today it's Culture Day with Check Your Local IQ, and we have Steve Westman in the house.
In the house.
How's it going, Steve?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
On the couch.
Did you have a good weekend?
I had a very quiet weekend, actually. I had a little something in my throat, so I laid low. I missed a few things I needed to do, but I'm ready to roll this morning. And that's all that really matters. So.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here again. What are we? Week 5? Week 6?
Yeah, week 5.
Wow.
How about that?
I'm excited.
Got a month's worth of shows done, and nobody's gotten hurt, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, the technical staff is laughing a little bit, but that's okay.
But we're winding down. Local IQ. We go to press tomorrow, so it's the last day for this one to be
with Mr.
last
Bourdain.
couple days with Mr. Bourdain on the stands. And Wednesday I have a brand new column that's going to start premiering in the magazine. And all I will say, it's going to be fun and quirky, and so pick up the magazine and check it out. And I will have a new photo on there that's done by our photographer Wes Naman, which was a lot of fun to do. So yeah, I'm excited. New stuff coming out in the magazine for me, so it'll be good.
Well, this TV show's doing wonders for your career.
It sure as heck is. So.
I'll look at that. Okay. This guy right here has become a little famous. Wes, good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Larry. Thanks for having me on the program. Yeah, my pleasure.
You've become a little viral with your work.
A little viral, yeah, just a slight bit of virality there with
viral.
It's a tough word.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was out of nowhere. It just seemed to have taken off, and lo and behold, over probably a billion of people have seen my work. Wow. My crazy.
You're the taped up faces guy.
Yeah, I guess you can call me the Scotch tape guy. That's become sort of my moniker now. That wasn't what I hoped to become, but that's just what I've now labeled. So I'll take it.
All right. Well, we're going to run through some photos of some of these images.
Sure.
Tell us about the first time you taped somebody up and shot a photo of them.
The first time, well, the whole idea came to me about a year ago. I have a little notepad in my phone of just ideas, and I guess over this past November, I was just flipping through them, looking for an idea I could just cross off my list, and so I could just move on to another one, and I had Scotch tape series written down, and so I figured, hey, I could do this really easily, get a bunch of friends, get some booze, and invite them over to the studio.
Everybody.
And lo and behold, we just didn't know how fun it would be, but once we started wrapping people's faces in Scotch tape, everybody at the studio just got the biggest laugh, and we just had so much fun doing it.
Do you know these people that we're seeing on the screen?
That's actually Justin you had on the program, one of our writers for Local IQ.
Oh, now we can give
That's
him a
our
bad
Tuesday
time.
guy.
Yeah. This is a local musician and actor, Rebecca Wiggins. And the one on the far right is Josh Klein, who's a local filmmaker, director, and all good buddies of mine as well who believe in my strange, warped sense of humor, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they turned out to be really fun. They came out a little more grotesque than we thought, but that also lent to a lot more laughs that we got out of it all. So that was always the main point.
You would watch segments on different news shows around the country and around the world when they were first showing the photos, and the reaction to some of those reporters wasn't great.
No, a lot of people. Yeah, when it was on the Today Show, a lot of people were just kind of taken aback by it and didn't know what to think. But from all the outlets, I mean, these images reached from Dubai. I was getting calls from Japan, from Finland, Norway, huge in Germany. They love this stuff out in Germany. Like a TV show from Germany just recently came and filmed me as well, and yeah, it's just been blowing up. And I'm still getting calls. But now I have actually a PR firm who's handling all this for me because it was just too much for me to handle all the incoming calls, and people wanted a license to use these images, and it's been a whirlwind.
Just gone crazy.
Yeah.
We have a few more, and look at this monitor here that we have in front of us, and let's take a look at some more images that Wes has put together.
Well, this image right here is just a promo piece I did of myself and my assistant Joy Godfrey, who is amazing, and I couldn't do any of this without her. And our third assistant, Moon Pie, which is my little
dog?
German Shepherd mix, who is our little studio dog. She helps, you know, corral the children when we have them in there, and so we like to do really fun, more theatrical, big productions of photographs.
Now, who's this band here? This is a great photograph.
This is the Squash Blossom Boys. We actually shot this on a bright, sunny day, and I photoshopped in all these crazy clouds and tornadoes and lightning and everything, just to kind of give it a more dramatic effect, rather than doing your typical band shot, standing on a railroad track somewhere. You know, we try to do something a little bit more creative.
Look at the light
That's
on this
awesome.
one.
I love all the color in the pictures.
Yeah, what do we have here?
So vivid.
This is a series. I was kind of tired of seeing a lot of local photographers would just shoot, you know, pretty half-naked women down at the Bosque, and I was like, you know, I'm going to shoot sad, sort of overweight men into very depressing atmospheres and try to do the polar opposite of that. So this was called my Lonely Man series, in which Steve actually partook in that series.
Were you a lonely man, Steve?
You're not going to see it.
He portrayed a lonely man. He portrayed a lonely man.
I had a bowl of corn pops in front of me and a smoldering cigarette and a glass of vodka in a kitchen, and
Looks more
That sounds
lonely. That's
depressing.
pretty. Yeah, they're very depressing photos.
you know what? When you're in front of the camera with Wes, it's pretty magical, and Joy's always in the mix. It's kind of a fun day.
That's a nice picture there of Wes and his dog.
That's me and Moon Pie Jr. I wanted to do, you know, a different portrait, so I figured something very regal, you know.
Is that a smoking jacket?
That's a smoking jacket.
Yeah, I thought so. Very nice.
Some nice whiskey with my little puppy.
A good gentleman needs to have a smoking jacket and a dog and a
of course,
glass of scotch.
Now, this is my creepy Halloween series I did about 3 years ago around Halloween time, and I just did it for fun. That's actually Kevin and Fran from Local IQ on the far left there. And then this is a lady in the middle. And basically, I did this Halloween series over Halloween and shot a lot of my friends and put them, just tried to make them a little bit creepy. I didn't want them to be too scary or anything. They're just more
zombie-esque there.
Yeah, but more wistful and fun, you know, not brains and gore, but it's more just kind of Tim Burton-esque, you know.
It's really interesting what goes on in your brain here.
Maybe for those around, not for me. It just drives me insane, really. I have to get it out.
But that's what makes your work so unique and different from everybody else. So it really makes you stand out.
I try to do that, you know. There's a lot of great photographers in Albuquerque, but I find that there are very few who are willing to kind of take a different route with photography rather than just doing either landscape or fashion or something like that, where you actually have an opportunity to shoot portraits of people in your own way and how you see the world. And the way I sort of see things is a little bit, you know, with humor, but also there's also the grotesque side of it. So it's a little bit kind of showing off both those and merging those two worlds together.
Yeah, your stuff's a little dark. Do you ever not work dark?
You have to pay me extra to do that. But yeah, most of my stuff, my folks don't hang up on the wall just because they're like, oh, that won't go well with our pictures of flowers and everything, you know. So there's a whole room dedicated to me that's upstairs in the attic in my house. But yeah, it tends to be on a little bit of the dark side, you know. But yeah, I still do family photos and things like that. But we definitely like to push the envelope and do things that are a little bit more creative and fun rather than just your stereotypical white background and everybody's wearing the white shirt and blue jeans kind of style. We're kind of over that style of photography, trying to move on.
And you don't really see that darkness tone in the photography he does for the magazine.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, his thumbprint's all over why our magazine looks so good. You know, despite the fact we've got a great art director, but your work in here, it kind of makes it
depends on the client.
The feel that we have.
You know, I mean, I've got a client I'm working for now as an architect, and of course, we're not going to do anything dark and creepy for that. You know, so depending on what the client's needs are.
Sure.
You know, food photography for IQ, or if we're doing lifestyle portraits of, say, you know, a writer or poet or something, you know, we'll definitely do something that's, but you'll still know that it's my photograph, you know, for sure.
We're going to pop your website up on the screen here. there, and
Okay.
people can look at your portfolio.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And,
Yeah, that'd be great.
Have a look at what's going on. It's great to meet you. Congrats on your fame.
Oh,
I don't know where
thanks.
you're going to go next with that, but
There's all sorts of things in the works. There's a book in the works right now for my Scotch tape series.
Oh,
in fact,
great.
I've been shooting more of this Scotch. I'm kind of tired of shooting the Scotch tape now, but
Go with it.
yeah, I'm going to ride it
Ride it.
until it fizzles out for sure. But and new projects in works always. Still got a list of tons of stuff. So
come back and see us.
I would love to.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Steve,
likewise.
thank you.
We ran out of time. We didn't Scotch tape me. So I'm kind of happy about that.
We'll do that behind the scenes.
Back in a moment here on the Morning Brew.